whatever. The three people
Mic
who are
check,
watching.
mic check.
It's not that big of a deal.
Should I make the mic louder? Is that better?
No, it's still quiet, but it's okay. Whatever. Just fucking...
Okay. I wonder if it's on YouTube if it sounds louder. But anyway, welcome back to the row. We're here. I don't know why my mic is not being loud. I guess we'll see. But anyway, we're back on the row here. We're about to do some picks. Super Bowl 60. Damn, we're fucking old. I remember Super Bowl 50, dude. Like we're actually that old.
Yeah, you were like 25. What do you mean you remember?
That's what I'm saying. Like I didn't know. I just remember like that being like yesterday, and like basically we're at Super Bowl 60. A blink of an eye. Here we are. But
yeah, it is fun every time it's a nice round number. Like
yeah, it's not like some random Super Bowl 58. Yeah, exactly. But no, I'm excited for this Super Bowl, but I'm also like not. You know, like I'm excited to watch the game. It's a cool game. I really don't have any stake in it, and I feel like I'm leaning towards Seattle because of all the former New York players like Julian Love or Leonard Williams or whatever. But you know, I don't really have any personal stake in the game. How about you, John? You feeling like you've been leaning one team or another? Or you feel like you're just
I'm pulling for the Seahawks. I think I think it's we've obviously seen the Patriots win a bunch. It's like finally we get a playoffs. The Chiefs aren't in, and now the AFC champion is the Patriots. You know what I mean? It's kind of like I would like to have seen the Broncos or one of these other teams fight their way through it. The Texans would have been cool. They've never been in a conference championship game, even to see them get there. Charger, all basically everyone beside like at a year that the Chiefs kind of are toppling and kind of a lot of their guys are getting older. It would have been nice to see kind of a breakthrough team, and then to just get if it's not the Chiefs, it's the Patriots. It's kind of like and I'm pulling for the Seahawks. I mean, I really like Sam Darnold coming out of college. I think he handled like everything in New York like pretty well. Like I've never heard him like bash the Jets, or like blame them for his like shortcomings, which like very easily could have done, and very like everyone would probably pretty much agree with him. But for him to handle it the way he did, and DeMarcus Lawrence obviously being on the Seahawks, former Cowboy, similar to you with the former Giants. Obviously Lawrence was a good soldier. I've seen him live sack Matt Stafford in the playoffs, and 12 years ago.
He was a good Cowboy. He was a good Cowboy. He wasn't like a nothing. He was a
great Cowboy. Like I said, I've seen him his sack seal the game. The one playoff game I went to in Dallas. So I'm a fan of his, and he said it like it was to Micah, when he finally did leave the Cowboys, saying like I want a chance to win and this and that, and he stood on business, and now he's in the championship game, the Super Bowl, if you will. So good for him. And I just like I said, it'd be cool to see someone other than the Patriots, kind of like I don't want the Patriots to start another dynasty.
No, me neither.
Yeah, so I guess just getting right into it.
Which of these teams?
Never mind the betting.
I was going to ask you, which of these teams do you think between the two of them has the best chance to like start a dynasty if they were to win it? Which team?
I guess it would just be. I have to lean Patriots just because the quarterback is younger. You know what I mean? And that like if they do win in Drake May's second year, it's almost like look out, like. Because get them even like UConn a few years ago when Danny Hurley's like get us now, because we're coming, and then they went back to that championship.
And he's on the rookie contract, so they can build around him still and pay other guys. Yeah,
not that Sam Darnold's contract's that bad, to be fair, but I mean I think they obviously just with the youth on the team with they have a young running back who hasn't been great in the playoffs. To be fair, they have a young offensive line. So I think of those two teams, I think they have a better shot because, like, we talk about the Leonard Williams and the, DeMarcus Lawrences and the
Julian
Sam
Love.
Arnold's even.
Julian Love was a good Giant, by the way. I just want to say we didn't give him enough time. Like I felt like he was a good player, and we just kind of like let him go. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean the Giants have been a shit show. Like there's there's no way to defend it. Like
he was on Seattle for he's been on Seattle for a while. So
in the past decade, they've been the second worst team in the NFL.
Exactly.
So they've lost more games than anyone besides the Jets in the last 10 years.
There's a pit stop for a lot of guys.
So you can't expect them to make good managerial choices and be that bad. But I mean, getting into the game, I guess.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Like
you can't be like, oh, they let him go too soon. Yeah, they
that's part of the that makes sense.
Yeah. We saw what happened with obviously Saquon. I think that gets overblown because the clip is so bad from Hard Knocks. Saquon wasn't doing anything for the Giants. Their offensive line wasn't good. They were bad. But just the way he worded it and the way Shane talked about it was just
the video
out of a place of arrogance. Where's he going to go? What's he going to do where he goes? And then he goes and gets 2,000 yards.
I mean, the video in Hard Knocks is terrible.
But even so, even like you said, letting Love go, letting Leonard Williams go. A lot of these guys.
I liked Leonard next to Dexter. I liked that defense, but it seemed like we changed our formation in terms of how the Giants run their defense, and they become much more edge set now instead of the defensive, it being focused on the defensive tackle. And you saw Dexter Lawrence this year not play his best ball. The defense is different. So I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see what the Giants are on defense.
Our loser teams, let's get into the game. So where are you at in terms? Do you have any keys or just any philosophies you want to talk about into the game, and then I'll get into some stuff, or I could go first if you want.
No, I definitely think that one thing I want to focus in on for this game, if I was to pick one thing that's going to be the difference, would be the way four guys can get pressure. I think that's been the nature of successful Super Bowl teams. So, and I think that if we're going to talk from that perspective, I like the Seattle front more than I like the Patriots front, and getting pressure and being able to get pressure with four guys to allow the linebackers to kind of spread and maybe play in a little bit more drop zone coverage and not have to commit on the blitz. I think that's the one thing I've also been seeing most people say about Seattle's defense is that they're a self-made, you know what I'm saying, in terms of the way they shit talk. Apparently the communication is a lot on their end, and it's not they're shit talking the other team. They'll rile each other up, and so I kind of like that form of a defense from in terms of just the way they are character wise, and they seem to be they find a way to be humble even with being the favored team. That defense and that edge, I feel like they find it. So I am leaning Seahawks right now in terms of who I think is going to win, but the 4.5, as we discussed last podcast, I do think that the game will be within 4.5 points. I think the game
I'm I get what you're saying, but I almost feel if you're betting this game, I think you bet the Patriots money line, or you don't bet. If you're betting on the Patriots, I don't think I take the 4.5. I think I just take them to win, or I don't, or I take the
4.5 is a lot of points. It's a lot of points.
4.5 is a good amount of points, but I just think Patriots win close, or Seattle wins close, or Seattle wins big. It's there's it's a 3 outcome game in my opinion. I don't think the Patriots are going to win by a lot, obviously. And of those 3 outcomes, I think they're all almost evenly distributed. Where that's why I think the Seahawks win maybe 66% of the time, 33% of the time they win big, 33% of the time they win close, and the Patriots money line hits 33% of the time. So when you're getting the money line plus 200 or whatever, I think that's a better bet than the Patriots plus 4.5. And I guess you want to win the bet regardless.
Yeah, you want
that if the Patriots win the game outright.
If I was putting in a parlay, I'd probably take 4.5 points. If I was doing an individual ticket, I like where your head's at.
And I think one of my huge factors to why I'm leaning Seahawks, and obviously there's probably, like I said, some bias that I want them to win. I'm not really, I'm going to be watching the game, not going hard, but pulling for them, but I just think what we've seen from the Patriots offensive line, granted they've played really good defenses, but they're going to play another really good defense.
Yeah,
and they've been, Will Campbell, I think, will be a good player. I know he's bouncing back from injury, maybe came back a little early because of playoffs, but he's really struggled.
Tackles fucking flame out, John. He's in a big situation. Drake May's very athletic. They didn't really play a lot of great teams this year, especially not a lot of great fronts until the playoffs. They survived the playoffs, is what we would say. And here they are against another, like you said, another great front. It's a great point.
But I mean, him, Onyenu, they're again, kind of similar to me. They're young. They're a young offensive line too. And they have Moses on the other side, who I guess is a vet, but it just in general, I just don't. That offensive line is going to have their hands full, and you were talking about, to getting pressure of 4, Taylor's oldest time, but not just getting pressure of 4 without blitzing. also controlling the run game, they could still do that with having 2 safeties back.
Yeah.
Whereas I think the Patriots are going to have to bring a safety up into the box to stop the Seahawks run game, which opens up play action. And, you know, and the Seahawks have been a really good, like, throw the ball on first down team all year.
Yep.
And they could go kind of buck that narrative and try to run the ball and bring that safety up. Or the Patriots just might start with the safety up. And I think just that's going to be prevalent in this game. Like I said, I think that their defense is going to be able to shut down the Patriots running game without having to bring that safety into the box, which I just think is going to, like I said, never mind just the blitzing, but just being able to stop the run with 4, you know, on the line and 7 in the box.
Drake May, like, I feel like they're giving him all the excuse in the world to be the underdog. Like, he lost the MVP, you know, blah, 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 schedule, blah, 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 all the storylines, the points as well against, like, what do we say? Like, it's one of the biggest spreads, like, in Super Bowl, like, in a long time.
There's been some crazy spreads in the Super Bowl, but, like, in recent time, like, like, I know, like, when, like, the 49ers played the Chargers and they beat them by 1 million, it was like a 2-touchdown spread. Even when the Giants won against the Patriots, that was like a 12-point spread.
Yeah, that was like 10.5 or something like that, something crazy.
It still is a big spread in recent times, and I think like you're talking about the Patriots narrative, I think also like they have things like that going for them, and also like Belichick and Kraft both not getting into the Hall of Fame. Like, everybody fucking hates us. It's us against the world. Like, they do have some of that going for them, but I just think, like we talked about last week briefly, just like man for man, dude for dude, like Seattle just has more guys. Like,
I would agree. It's also who's going to look into the lights and, you know, make mistakes. And apparently, I mean, thinking back to Darnold, I think there were a lot of great throws from Darnold, but he is subject sometimes to throw the ball into traffic, and that could get him into trouble in this type of a game when you have guys like Gonzo and Marcus Jones, and, you know, there are risk-taking corners and safeties on the Patriots that are looking for the ball, and they've had picks in this playoffs already. So I don't know. I mean, Darnold worries me. That's the only piece of this Seattle team. Obviously, I know he's played well, and again, we're back to the same conversation. And it's still there until. Because there's just as much of a chance that Drake May's playing with the house money and he's got a long career ahead of him. All this, like, you can set that in stone. With Darnold, it's like, this might be your only chance, bro, because the Niners are going to be back next year. They're talking greasy. I've been seeing some of these interviews, like all these guys saying it's an anomaly and shit about Seattle. And this is like a 1-year thing, whatever, which is kind of crazy to say, but you know, those are types of things I think about when it comes to Seattle, because that division is so tough. You see Matt Stafford announcing he's coming back. Like, the league's going to be there next year too, so it's not going to be.
No, I mean, we like you said, like, it's like the same thing we've been talking. It's like this team has done everything to be labeled a dominant team. They deserve the only thing that has stopped people from calling that is Sam Darnold, and that's going into the Super Bowl. The only thing stopping them from being even bigger favorites than they are is Sam Darnold, and we can. You know, it
makes it fun.
I always say the easiest take of sports is like, this guy can't do it because he hasn't done it yet. And it's like, who's going to be the one to go out on the line and say, this guy can do it even though he hasn't done it yet? Like, that's a real take, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because then the whole, like, he has to show me he can do it, like, is like, all right, well, then when he does it, your take is still right, because you're like, oh, I said if he does it, you know, and if he loses, you're also right, because you're like, I said he has to prove to me he can do it before he does. You know what I mean? And like I said, like, so that's why I'm always like, I try to shy away from that, because it's like, yeah, of course you can't do it till you do it. It's like that's literally how it works, you know? But,
exactly. I'm just fucking with Casey on the chat right now.
I think that he's shown, like, and they ride for him. Like, I think the key moment in this year was when the middle linebacker Ernest Jones, like, when he threw the 4 interceptions or whatever, he's like, that's my fucking quarterback, you know? Like, there was no like pointing fingers, like, he does seem to have the respect of the guys, and not for nothing, we talked about it with, like, they had a solid team with Geno, but like, JSN now with Sam Darnold, and I'm not saying Sam Darnold's fucking Joe Burrow. You know what I mean? But he's now is a whole different elements of him are unlocked, because one thing you can't say about Sam Darnold is he doesn't have an arm. He's got a fucking cannon. Yeah. Like he makes throws that Geno Smith can't make.
For sure.
And with JSN on the other side of it, being able to.
I also think that was like situation because he was the new receiver and they had DK and Lockett still with Geno. That was a different team a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, even still coming into this year, they get Cooper Kupp. Like I don't think even with those factors, anyone was like JSN is going to be the best receiver in the NFL this year. No,
that was crazy. Eddie was on this pod clamoring. I remember preseason we were talking about.
Well, that was before last year. He was talking about JSN because it was.
But he came back on this year and was talking about him again, and.
Well, I think that was the time where it was like a real, it
was a little bit more obvious because of the situation of who was on the team. Yeah.
Well, no, last year was the time I think he talked about him more. It was like really like high on JSN, and he's obviously like evaluated the talent, but it doesn't matter, semantics. But even Eddie wasn't saying he's going to be the best receiver in the NFL. He was saying he's like a good third-round fantasy pick.
For sure.
After 10 receivers went before him.
Crazy.
So he's obviously shown out, and he's just really good. I saw a clip about he never he's always square. Like he never does shoulder fakes and stuff. And it's
get a read on him.
He just always is square, and that's how he gets a little extra separation. Is that other wide receivers have indicators, even the shoulder fake. Some corners watch enough film where they're like, I know that's a fake before it happens. I know that head and shoulder movement is just to set up the inside cut. And JSN, there's just whatever. There's no indicators.
Yeah, no indicators. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's so good. And I think Kupp, and even we talked about last week, Bobo ran that great route. I think this is a big Bobo spot because as good as JSN is, the Patriots methodology with Belichick always was take away the best player and make other guys beat you. And I think that bled into Vrabel. I think Zach Kerr is going to be on the same page. Let's just not let JSN beat us. That being said, I don't know if they have the personnel
to
take him away, but it will be hard if they have Christian Gonzalez lined up on him with safety help the whole game.
Gonzalez is subject to get burned, and he's a great ball hawk for sure, and he can tackle.
But I'm saying with safety help and Gonzalez on him. I'm not saying Gonzalez one-on-one shuts down JSN. No, yeah. I'm not saying that at all.
I almost like Marcus Jones on what's his name more than
he's a slot corner. He never.
I like Gonzalez on Kupp. I like Gonzalez on Kupp. Take Kupp out of the game.
I think Marcus Jones never really plays outside the numbers. He's like a slot corner.
Yeah, but he's at the better. He's a little quicker, he can, and JSN is subject to line up in the slot too. So
no. When JSN's in the slot, that's not crazy. When JSN's outside the numbers, Marcus Jones isn't going to follow him out there.
No,
he hasn't done that all year.
Yeah, I agree. We could see some of that interchanging. I think throughout the day between him and Gonzo.
Yeah. I don't think. I'm not saying Gonzalez is going to follow him necessarily. I'm just saying if they make a decision, we're going to have Christian Gonzalez on him and then have help every single play.
That would be a mistake.
Over the top,
Yeah.
Still, he could still eat, is what I'm trying to say. That doesn't necessarily mean he's not going to do anything.
Absolutely. He's going to eat. He should have at least, if I was betting man, with just thinking about it, JSN's going to have at least 5 catches and at least 75 yards. That would be my guess.
That would be his worst game of the season. But he's the thing about JSN is I've talked about it on the podcast, the trend of in the playoffs, staying away from lead receivers in betting, their receptions or yards. He's been the exception to that rule throughout the playoffs.
So is Puka.
Well, Puka, if you he had a big game against the Seahawks, but the game before that, his receptions was set at 8 at plus 105, and he had 6, and that game went to overtime to get to 6.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting who they played now. The Bears. Yeah. The Bears game.
17-17, and then went 2017, right?
Yeah. That game, obviously a crazy game, overtime. The Cole Kmet catch.
Ridiculous. The Bears didn't go for the 4th down in regulation. Or
but Puka obviously last week showed out 160-something yards, touchdown.
Yeah. He's a beast.
Yeah, but JSN, every game hits his numbers. It's been insane to watch. He's just fucking stud.
Yeah, he's ridiculous.
And then I think Kupp just has the experience. Obviously had a big game against the Rams. This is just feels like a Super Bowl team to me. And the Patriots, we talked about schedule. We talked about them kind of how they've made their way through the playoffs, kind of playing ugly games against a backup quarterback and an offensive line that they got off Temu for the Chargers. And the Texans, Stroud just had, the worst game you could possibly have almost. So, and not that their defense doesn't get some credit for that, but just watching that game, even when he had a clean pocket, he was missing the very first offensive play. They ran an easy rollout, short pass, 5 yards, to Jaden Higgins, and he was wide open, and he just fucking dirts it, I said, from the very first fucking play, and he just was off.
Dougie Mills in that second half. Houston wins that game with Dougie Mills in the second half. We firmly believe that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know when, what he would have given them a better chance. It feels like
for sure.
That was
some days you have it, some days you don't.
Yeah, that's almost like the thing about bringing in Mills there. It's like that is a franchise-changing moment. Like you can almost never go back to Stroud. So it's hard.
Sure you can.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a team game. Like next week, you say
it's a team game.
Quarterback, but in that moment, he wasn't playing well. He wasn't seeing it.
So I don't think they'll never forget getting benched and Jalen Hurts transferred to Oklahoma after he got benched in the national championship game. He handled it well in the moment, and said the right things. But I don't think you can, in my opinion, if you bench CJ Stroud there, and then Davis Mills wins that game.
And Stroud starts.
Now it's like I said. Now you're in a franchise focal point where what are we doing in the championship game now? Are we starting Davis Mills? Or are we going back to CJ Stroud?
CJ Stroud.
Ah, man. I mean, you say it like it's so simple, but it's really not. Like you have a locker room of guys. Probably half of them would be on the Davis Mills side. Half of them would be on the CJ Stroud side. It's not as simple as just unless you have the best quarterback room and the best locker room and they're all bought in to everything you fucking say, but that's never going to be like that in a room full of 53 and then all the coaches and everything, men in their 20s, 30s.
CJ Stroud been the starter now.
What?
How many years now has CJ Stroud been the starter?
This is his third season in the NFL.
Third. Yeah, I think that solidifies him as a starter on that team. Like he played in Arrowhead, like he's been in playoff games. They've won the division. Like I feel like he is the solidified starter, no different than a Dak Prescott or any other kind of guy.
But Dak Prescott didn't get benched in the second half of a divisional round playoff game.
He did, but what I'm saying is that the solidification of him as the first string quarterback, it would be okay to me to bench him after 4 interceptions for any quarterback like that, because it's so egregious.
But it's we've never seen it. We've never seen someone get benched at halftime of the divisional round, the backup come in and win the game. And
we don't know that Davis. We don't know if.
No, I'm just saying. But I'm saying when you're in that moment, you're D'Amico Ryans or offensive coordinator, whoever's making that decision.
Depends on the fashion too. If Davis Mills goes out and throws 250 yards and 2 touchdowns in the second half, my God, we have a problem for sure. But if he just goes out,
it's not even like you want to win the game first. I get that, but you have to realize that if you bring in Davis, let's go the other way. If you bring in Davis Mills and you lose that game. Where's your locker room?
Yeah.
Now where's Davis Mills plays even worse.
Yeah.
Where is your
almost like we have to win that game to get into the controversy. That's the only option there if you're going to do that. You're going to pull that plug.
Put in Davis Mills and he plays even worse, and then you lose because the game was close at halftime.
You didn't go down with your guy.
It wasn't a blowout.
Yeah, then you didn't go down with your guy.
Bring in Davis Mills and then you lose. Then now D'Amico Ryans looks like the biggest fool in the world. So
he didn't go down with this guy.
Yeah. So it's tough, but but back to this game. I mean, I don't know. We kind of talked about it a lot last week already too. I don't want to kind of repeat all the same stuff again. The Super Bowl, what we always think about with Super Bowl is just making fun bets. So I don't know. I know you don't usually gamble. I could go over what I have.
I'm going to be gambling
what you like.
I'm going to be gambling a little bit this weekend. So
there you go.
Probably the only time I'll gamble on football, generally speaking, for going forward in my life. This is exactly what I did last year, and I won a little bit of money. So not bad, because in California, it's a fucking fascist state, and we can't gamble. But even though gambling is legal. Gambling is legal. Like, you can have a home game of poker, for example, but you can't there's no apps. You can't use.
Well, sports gambling is illegal in California, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
so it's totally different. So
crazy. But things I think about. I love the bet that you put on the group chat, the 1+ catch for Jake Bobo. I love those types of bets for him. I think Kenneth Walker is definitely a subject for a 2+ touchdown game. And I think about some props, thinking about props like anytime Hunter Henry, definitely think about him. I definitely think there'll be a field goal by each team in the first half, stuff like that. I like the under 7.5 I've been seeing in the first half. I don't know if it's 7.5. I kind of like the over. If it's 10.5, I kind of like the under, like 10 points.
Definitely way more than that.
First quarter. Sorry.
I said first half.
I said first half, right? Yeah. First quarter. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. I saw like no points the first 10 minutes. I thought that was interesting, but I think it's I don't know. I also want to root for kind of an exciting game, even though I'll probably bet the under. I mean,
if it's the over,
maybe slow it down a bit and talk about why we like the picks and kind of go back and forth. You say one you like, I'll say one I like, and obviously you already threw the Bobo one out there. I actually bet that twice. I got it at plus 161 and plus 155. I saw the line moving. I was like, let me just get a little more action on that. But the coin toss, gotta bet the coin toss because
big heads got it.
What?
I'm a heads guy. I know
you're a heads guy. No, I'm tails always. It never fails. It rhymes. You got to do it.
All right.
Yeah, it's obviously a bad bet if you pay a big on a thing that's exactly a 50% outcome. But it is what it is.
Worth it though, John. You pay the vig because you were a Super Bowl better, dude. It's the most.
No, it's like when you go to a movie, you buy a movie ticket, and you're not going to get your money back if you don't like the movie. It's an entertainment cost. Do it responsibly.
Exactly.
Throw a couple bucks on it. I have one full unit bet, and then the rest of these are small bets, a couple bucks. So just to have fun during the game.
Love it.
One of my favorite Super Bowl bets, is over 2.5 players to throw a pass. Yeah. I always feel like there's a gadget play, a trick play, and then if not, if let's say Seahawks end up blowing them out, last year, we saw Kenny Pickett threw a pass late in that game to cash that bet. So that you always have that opportunity.
Throw a pass, not complete a pass, right?
Yeah. To have a pass attempt is the exact verbiage on the DraftKings sports.
I mean, also Jawan Jennings, we think about, obviously Antoine Randall L. There's always been fun plays in the Super Bowls past,
Trey Burton, Nick Foles, and then and either the quarterback gets banged up and gets knocked out of the game, it's a cash.
That's a great call. Yeah, who's behind Pasternaut? That's who's on.
Yeah, Josh Dobbs and I think DeVito, but I think he's the emergency.
Oh my God, Tommy Cutlets came
Another former Giant.
Oh my God, dude. I need that. That would be exceptional. Tommy Cutlets coming in and winning the Super Bowl on behalf of the Patriots.
Wild. So I like that one always. Right now I got Rashid Shaheed to score a touchdown. I could see him. We're talking about all this focus on, this is the first time we mentioned his name, all this focus on JSN, Cooper Kupp. I could see him slipping behind the defense, kind of like Mims did. Yeah, get back there, big catch, go score a touchdown. And then also, as a returner, he's always a danger to score a touchdown too. So you almost got a couple extra opportunities there.
Probably doesn't touch the ball on a return if I was guessing, I assume.
Well, on the kick returns even, that's
I doubt they're even going to kick him one.
I don't know. I mean, you can't just give him the ball at the 35 every drive. I feel like you have to try to stop him.
Give him the ball. He's going to the 35 anyway.
I don't know about that. I mean,
I wonder what his average is. What's his average on returns?
I don't know.
Probably 28, if I had to guess, right? Something like that, 30.
Yeah. I mean, I just think I just don't think they're going to do that. I mean, they might, but if you just try to kick it to the end zone or kick it out of the end zone, or you can't kick it out of bounds and give it to him at the 40,
Yeah.
I get on punts, but I've never heard of let's play keep away on kickoff,
Yeah, that's true. I guess that's fair. I mean, it depends. Devin Hester got kicked one, and then that was 29.8. I was close.
Yeah. No, he's a great returner, but
yeah, he's the man.
If we're talking about betting, if we had to bet over under half a return for Rashid Shaheed in this game, I'm going to bet. I don't think that, you're saying, he's not going to touch the ball on returns. He's going to touch the ball on returns.
Yeah, eventually.
At some point in the game.
For sure. Plus, when like the Super Bowl, the lights like returning, like fumbles, man. Like things are things, and like the game is very heightened and the emotions, and it's very hard to probably concentrate. It's not a typical game. So I'm sure on all the players, like fumbles and crazy things happening. It's always we've seen it so many times in the Super Bowl. Crazy plays, crazy things.
But we've also seen a lot of returns in the Super Bowl. You know,
hell yeah, for sure.
Another one I have is a little parlay: Seahawks to win the game. Sam Darnold to have more passing yards than Drake May. Got that at like plus 150. I like that.
I like that.
Favorites to win and the quarterback if they win. More. You know, you need both of them to win, so they go hand in hand. I think well enough. Will there be a 2-point conversion attempt? Plus 155. I feel like that's a steal. Like I
don't know why that's
going to go for 2.
But why would they go for 2?
Why would anyone go for 2 ever? You know what I mean? Like,
but have either of those teams gone for 2 in the playoffs? This question.
I don't know, but like I said, possibly.
How many?
If it's a low-scoring game, that's my one worry. But even so,
I'm looking it up. Let's see. Let's see here.
I doubt the
playoffs there were 10 attempts, 2-point conversions. 3 were successful.
Yeah, and you just
need 3. There's been. Let's see here. Hold on. Let's see.
Seattle crushed the 49ers, so I doubt they had one in that game.
Yeah. Interesting. Oh, here it is. Mike Clay actually talked about it. So funny. Some playoffs. NFL teams 3 for 10 on 2-point conversion attempts in the playoffs. The 40% rate is a huge dip from 55%, lowest since the league moving to extra point back in 2015. So I can't find like each team. I just have that general stat.
Yeah, I mean, 10 times in less than 10 games. So,
yeah,
mathematically,
it's pretty solid
game.
Plus 155, you're getting good money there. It's not like it's like a coin flip, so I like that. Yeah. Trying to think, what else is like a really like sneaky bet? I feel like maybe like an Austin Hooper anytime touchdown, something like that.
Then my lottery ticket is the last one's plus like, you know, what is that, like 45 to 1. Seahawks defense or special teams touchdown. We already talked about Shaheed's return ability. Plus Cooper Kupp getting to 60 plus receiving yards. Plus Seahawks minus 6.5 spread alternate in the first half. We've seen the Patriots kind of start slow.
How much again?
Playoff games. What?
What was it again? The last one? The last leg?
Seahawks minus 6.5 in the first half. So the Seahawks will lead by a touchdown going into halftime.
Okay.
So, like, again, it's 45 to 1, but
it's
that's
like cool.
Said, if the Seahawks score a defensive touchdown in the first half, and like that's a good chance for both of them, like again, hand in hand, and then Cooper Kupp getting 60 yards. So obviously, you can tell by my betting, I'm heavy on the Seahawks too. Like I said, probably more out of just wanting them to win than like actually believing that they have better chances than the Patriots, whatever. But I don't know. I look at the Patriots lines and I'm just like, I also don't like them. Even if I'm not even unbiasedly, I just don't, you know, I could see their offense shitting the bed this game. And I don't like to bet unders generally. So
yeah,
I'm player props, let's say. I like unders.
Yeah. You know, I'm so weird. The Patriots, this is a weird Super Bowl because there's no Hall of Fame quarterback on either team. Like usually in the Super Bowl, that one of the teams has a Hall of Fame quarterback on it. Like it's very uncommon to see not the best players be in the Super Bowl. I feel like sometimes you have those runs, but by both teams being those teams that quote unquote had runs in a sense, it makes it hard to pick because both teams have their own story. So which is cool.
I mean, Darnold's obviously a big long shot, but Drake May is like, there's no way to say like he's not going to be a Hall of Famer. You know, it's the second year he was second year voting. Yeah. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like you think about like the Pittsburgh. Last one I remember that's a little bit like this kinda is like Pittsburgh versus Arizona. Even though there were Hall of Fame players on both teams, like
I was going to say, both of those quarterbacks are
Hall of Famers actually. Yeah. Being the Hall of Famer. Damn.
Warner's already in the Hall of Fame, and I think
Ben's probably
Big Ben's gonna get in. I don't know if he's in yet, to be honest.
Yeah, he'll probably get in. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, if you think about like Flacco, maybe is the run against who are they playing? The Niners.
Flacco and Kaepernick were not both in the Hall of Fame. I mean, Flacco's got a chance, but it's going to be hard. Then I mean, last few years, Mahomes is on one side of it.
And then you think about Brady.
There's a lot of them with like one Hall of Fame guy on one side and not on the other, and a lot of Hall of Fame guys, and it all shakes out. I mean, it is an interesting
Drew
year.
Brees.
We talked about it. Like
Aaron Rodgers. It's crazy.
Rodgers and Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
Tons of Manning and whatchamacallit. Oh fuck, it was just Manning and Breeze.
Manning and Breeze, Manning, Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Eli and Brady's the Hall of Famer. Fucking every one of them, it feels like. It's crazy. So
Eli's not a Hall of Famer yet. Another year goes by.
No, I'm saying Brady, the Hall of Famer.
Oh, okay.
I said Brady, the Hall of Famer, and Eli. That's what I said.
They said like a 2 Hall of Fame. I bet.
No. Eli will be like a 5th or 6th ballot guy. There's too much of a rhetoric around the idea that he didn't make the playoffs other than 4 seasons, and there's things about him. So here's what it is.
He's definitely got holes, but he's got super clutch runs and a lot of accumulated stats. But no, we're talking about quarterbacks, so let's just do this. Let's do the quiz in the middle. Let's do a little pop quiz because we're talking about Super Bowl quarterbacks.
Love it.
The quiz of today is every quarterback who's ever won a Super Bowl.
Every quarterback who's ever won a Super Bowl.
So individually, so it's not like you got to say Tom Brady 04, Tom Brady. You know what I mean? Like it's It's just Tom Brady counts once. I'll give you Tom Brady.
Joe Montana. You put right behind them.
Correct. 4 times.
Yeah. Steve Young.
One of the one-timers.
Your boy, Troy Aikman.
3 times.
Hostetler.
Jeff Hostetler, one of the one-timers.
Hey, Phil
Simms, another one of the one-timers.
Terry Bradshaw,
the last 4-timer.
Jim McMahon,
one-timer.
Did Roger Staubach win a Super Bowl?
He won 2 Super Bowls.
Okay. Wasn't sure about that. I knew he was a legend, but I just wasn't sure about the Super Bowls. I don't know why. Should have just had confidence. Gotta have confidence. I'm doing all the later ones because the ones more recent are going to be easier. Trying to think back. Joe Namath,
one-timer.
Jim Kelly never won one. Dan Marino never won. Oh, Bob Greasy,
2-timer. I'm realizing we did do the multi-Super Bowl winners one time, but whatever. Who cares?
No. Let me think.
Just do the recent ones and knock them out.
I'm gonna. It'll go fast, but I got to think about these older ones, like the Packers quarterback. I just had it. What the fuck? Oh my god, dude! I just had it. Oh my god! Annoying. Peyton Manning.
2-timer.
Eli Manning.
2-timer.
Trent Dilfer.
1-timer.
Brad Johnson.
Another one-timer.
Kurt Warner.
Another one-timer.
Nick Foles.
Another one-timer.
Drew Brees.
Another one-time Super Bowl champion.
Just Drew Brees, first ballot. Song is so classic. Can't believe it's crazy. Been doing this for like 7 years. This song is still hits.
It's stopping us from dead air right now.
That's why it's good. The only thing stopping us from dead air right now. Patrick Mahomes.
You're just sitting there thinking they're all some easy ones.
Patrick Mahomes. All right.
Yep.
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco, one time.
Brett Favre,
one time.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, one time.
John Elway.
John Elway, 2 time.
I think I got all the 90s or like the 2000s, 2010s, basically.
You said you got all the 90s, 2000s?
No, the 2000s. I got the 2000s to the 2010s, I think.
You do not.
I don't have all of them.
No.
Okay. I gotta go back franchise. This will be easier.
And I'm crossing out everyone as you say it. So.
Yeah, I know. It's a good quiz. Ben Roethlisberger. I think you're frozen, John. Oh, you're back now. Sorry, you were frozen.
Yeah, no, it did glitch out for a second. You were frozen on me too.
Oh, word. Well, anyway, Ben Roethlisberger was the last one I said.
Yep, I got you there. Ben is good. He was one of the 2000s. I don't want to give anything away. I'll let you just keep going.
Yeah. I haven't missed yet. So, I'm just I got to go team by team.
I don't think you're probably not going to miss. I don't think you're going to say one that hasn't won, but you might just draw a blank on some of them.
Possible. I want to guess Johnny Unitas, but I don't, because I don't think he won one. I don't know why. I don't know why. That's just not resonating. Minnesota's never won one. Carolina won one. Atlanta's won one. The Saints already said Drew Brees. Jags never won one. Colts said Peyton Manning already. Texans no. Titans. See if McNair never won one. They were the Oilers. Those guys. Stop. That'd be tough. All right, let's keep moving. As I said, Cowboys. I said all of them. Eagles. Said Bulls. Oh, Jalen Hurts.
Correct.
Then Redskins. Oh, Joe Gibbs' team. Who was the quarterback? Is that Theismann?
Theismann has one of those.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to name the other guy. Fuck. That's going to be tough. All right. Moving the flow. Rams. Stafford.
You're saying Stafford?
Yeah. Of course. Seattle. Oh, Russell Wilson.
Yep. That was another one of those 2000s ones.
Yeah, San Francisco. I said Montana and Young already. And then who's the other team that finished? Seattle, Niners, Rams. Oh, Arizona. They never won one. Okay. Moving on. Carolina, Atlanta, Tampa Bay. I said Brad Johnson. I said Brady. And then Saints. We said Drew Brees. Okay, so AFC side.
I'll give you another minute or two, and I'll start throwing.
Yeah. You're good. Yeah, I appreciate it. Oh man, not easy. Not easy. Chicago Bears. I said Jake McMahon. Packers. Art Star.
Star. That's what you were looking for earlier.
Thank you, God. Raiders. Who was it? Ken Stabler.
Ken Stabler. Nice, Paul.
Yikes. Now it's starting to get tough. I'm going to guess him. Johnny Unitas?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. He won one.
Okay. Oh, man. Am I missing any others from the 2000s?
From the 2000s? No. Let me double check, but.
Yeah, I thought I got all of them there. 90s. I think I'm missing someone in the 90s. Feels that way. Like a random year.
Yeah, you're missing early 90s.
Yeah. Jim Kelly comes to mind, but I don't think he ever won one. I think he lost like 4 times. I think something crazy.
Bills have never won a Super Bowl.
Bills never won a Super Bowl. Yeah, that's what I figured. I said Bob Greasy. Dan Marino never won one. I don't think any Miami players ever won another. I don't know why. Steelers. Said Big Ben. Said Terry Brad. Is there another Steeler? Oh, there is. There's one behind Terry Bradshaw that I'm missing, I think. Oh, man. Cincinnati.
You got 31 of 35, so that's already really good.
Okay.
I'm going to start helping.
Okay.
There's one more player who has won 2. He was a Raider. Similar career arc to Sam Darnold. High pick, bad start to his career.
The Raider.
Bounced around and then came back and then ended up winning 2 for the Raiders.
It's not Ken Stabler, so it's another guy.
Correct. It is another guy.
Yeah. Fuck. Who is it? Oh, man, I'm going to know the name. It's going to hurt. But
I think you didn't get it when that was the only one you might have not gotten when I asked multi-Super Bowl winners too last time.
Damn. Legendary player. Oh, man.
Stanford guy too.
Oh, wow.
But obviously a long time ago. But still.
Yeah. I don't think I got it. What team?
What team?
Oh, the Raiders. Raiders. You said the Raiders. Oh, my God.
Yeah. He was originally drafted by the Patriots first overall. And like I said, got off to a slow start to his career.
I don't got it.
And then didn't go to the Raiders till he was 32.
I don't have it.
Jim Plunkett. All
Nice.
right. All right, so you talked about there's actually 2 Redskin quarterbacks who
missing,
won.
right?
You're
Missing.
Yeah.
Gibbs got 3.
You got Theismann. The first one, I'll say, he's the first black quarterback to ever win a Super Bowl.
Warren Moon.
No, he played for the Oilers. He didn't play for the Redskins.
I've seen this name. Oh, man. Anderson comes to mind. No.
believe it was the 1990 season.
Yeah. Joe Gibbs the glass, the starter jacket. Fuck. I'm gonna know the name when you say it. It's gonna suck.
Yeah, I mean the first black quarterback to ever win the Super Bowl should give it away. To be fair.
Yeah.
He was drafted by Tampa Bay at first. And like Plunkett, didn't get to Washington until he was 32.
Damn. And then he won. That's crazy.
Correct.
I don't have it.
Doug Williams.
Doug Williams.
All right. The other quarterback for the Commanders, Redskins franchise. Trying to think of a good hint here. He had a nephew who was a quarterback at Boise State. That's not going to help you.
Mark Brunell. I'm just kidding.
You had the first name right. You almost surprised me for a second there. I was like, oh, maybe he does know.
Mark Bavar. No, that's a tight end. Mark.
I know he's fucking up. He doesn't know the first.
Hey, I had 31 out of 35. Solid.
No, that's good. Yeah, the first black quarterback
passing
during
Doug Williams
Black History Month is tough.
Yeah, gotta have that. That is tough. That would be
good. His last name starts with an R, but if you don't get it there, I'm just gonna tell you. Mark Rypien.
Mark Rypien. RYP.
Yeah, RYPIEN, but pronounced Rypien.
Is that the father of Brett?
That's his nephew. That's what I was saying.
Oh,
Boise State, Brett Rypien.
Got it. Good, cool. Yeah. Excellent. All right, cool.
And then the last one is the winner of one of the first 5 Super Bowls. I want to say Super Bowl 2.
So I was really missing 3 names. One of these guys won 2.
No. You were missing 4 names. There's one more left.
Right, but one of those guys won 2.
You missed Plunkett, you missed Rypien, you missed Williams, and there's one more left.
Oh, it's 4. Yeah. Okay.
He was one of the early Super Bowl winners, and you already have Star. So think about that.
Star.
The famous picture of him smoking a cigarette at halftime of the Super Bowl. Great shot.
Man, that's gonna hurt too, probably. From what I'm hearing, it's probably a legend of the game.
Definitely Hall of Fame. Early.
I was just at the Hall of Fame.
The first 3 Super Bowls were the Packers and the Chiefs.
Packers and Chiefs.
That's that non-Packer quarterback.
Yeah, that Chiefs quarterback. Who is that? Oh man.
Good name.
Good name.
Old name.
Yeah. Otis Thorpe. No, I'm just kidding. Oh man, Chiefs. Quarterbacks that I know, Chiefs, like none of those guys. Alex Smith, Trent Green, Joe Montana. Like I was like, I don't think I go further back than Joe Montana. But the Chiefs quarterbacks, I probably will know the name though when you say it. Damn.
Yeah.
Chiefs are an original franchise, huh?
The NFL's weird because they say the Cardinals are, even though they were like the Decatur stuff. It's weird, the lineage of teams. It's hard to say, but Len Dawson.
Yeah, damn, what a football name.
Yeah. But I was like, we're talking about Super Bowl winning quarterbacks. Might as well throw that in.
That was good. I like it.
Yeah, 31 to 35 is very good. I think
passing grade.
Definitely passing grade. The only one
Doug Williams, gotta have that.
Yeah, Doug Williams, gotta have. Yeah, like I said,
he's the biggest. He's the biggest, most monumental.
I asked this question before, and I asked how many quarterbacks have won 2 Super Bowls as starting quarterbacks, and I think Plunkett was the only one you didn't get there too. So you got to walk in Jim Plunkett, Stanford guy too.
I guess I'll never forget now.
Yeah, and then I think if I were obviously we always say you don't know under the lights, but I do a lot of Sporkle. I know Super Bowl history very, very well. And I think Rypien was probably the only one that I wouldn't have gotten, but I still might. I just know the NFC East too, very well. So it's crazy how many NFC East fucking champions there are. If you look compared to other divisions.
Oh yeah,
Cowboys have won 5. The Giants have won 3. The Eagles have won 2 now, and
Giants have 5.
4. You're both wrong. It's Hotz, Sims, Manning twice.
Yeah, but I think we count 5 because there was one before, I guess, maybe the merger.
I mean, I'm looking at the quarterbacks here, and none of them are Giants.
Yeah.
They've won 4 Super Bowls, I'm certain. I said 3 at first. I was wrong, but it's definitely 4.
It's 4.
Because the Cowboys have 5, and they have more.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2.
They do have a 5th because I remember having a patches on a shirt.
Maybe like NFC Championship before the Super Bowl era or something like that. But they definitely didn't win
championships. It'll be 5. Yeah, I'm not gonna say Super Bowls, so I'm not a crazy person. They have 8. They have 8 NFL championships, with 4 of those being Super Bowls.
Yeah. So no 5 anywhere in that.
Yeah. Oh no, they're talking about baseball also. Oh, what the fuck? This is horrible.
Fucking AI. I'm telling you, they won 4 Super Bowls.
It's crazy. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Yes, 4 Super Bowls. No, Super Bowls wise, we're certain it's 4. Yeah. Oh no, it's right. League championships, they have 8. Before the merger, they had one in 27, 34, 38, and 56.
Yeah, but no one really counts that shit. That's like there's like 18.
There were like 5 teams in the league.
Yeah.
We got 8, baby. We out here. No, Super Bowl ever. You guys have 5. We have 4. Redskins have 3, and Eagles have 2.
Yeah. Every team in the division has more than 2 Super Bowl wins. And you look at like the NFC South, for example, the Falcons have never won. The Buccaneers have 2. Saints have 1, and the Panthers have 0. So they have 3 total. The Cowboys have 5.
Giants have more than that whole division.
Yeah. So do the Cowboys.
So
and the Commanders have them tied. They're like AFC South. The Colts have 2. The Jaguars have 0. The Texans have 0.
Oh yeah. 0. Yeah.
Who else is in the AFC South? I'm not bugging right now. Texans.
You mean Jaguars, Houston, Jags, Titans, and
and the Titans have 0. So literally, the fucking whole AFC South has 2 Super Bowls. There was a run where the
NFC West. You got NFC West gets a little closer, but still we got it handily. Like 2.
That's what I'm saying. NFC East has a ton.
3.
There's 60 Super Bowls. There's 8 divisions. Yeah, and our division has.
Rams have 2. Rams have the same amount as the Eagles.
Yeah. The NFC East has a quarter of the Super Bowls, basically 14 of 60. Yeah,
that's why all their games are highlighted and considered like primetime matchups all the time, because the moment you get a Jaden Daniels or a Dak or an Eli or whatever it is, enough market to market those teams. Those teams are on national television all the time.
Yeah, and then just no, they have a lot of allure, but it is crazy. And like the NFC won a lot of years in a row. Like before the Broncos won against the Packers, it's huge underdogs, to be fair.
Yeah.
And then they won back to back. But then before that, it was like Packers, Cowboys, Niners, Cowboys, Redskins, Giants, Redskins. It was like 49ers again. Like it was a long gap there where it was all NFC.
Crazy.
I want to say like 13 years in a row or something like that.
NFC historically is the dominant side, but then you have the Patriots.
Basically. Yeah, the Patriots and the Steelers kind of took over.
And the Chiefs.
Yeah. And the Chiefs, yeah. So. It all comes to balance, but yeah. I mean, as for the game, I think all in all, kind of just landing on, Seahawks. Like I said, they just have more paths to me and just have more.
I think Kenneth Walker, big game, 2+ touchdowns. I think he's been waiting for this, like playing a relevant football for a long time, and on that team is one of the more guys that have been there for a while, and especially in that offense with Kupp just signing and Shaheed just coming over, and then JSN, this is his 2nd year or 3rd year. Like I feel like Kenneth's like, this is my time. Like Sharp's hurt, like time to put the team on my back, and he did it last game and played really well, and I think he's about to do it again. So I definitely look out for a big game from Kenneth Walker, and they're going to rely on him because obviously Darnold, we'll see when Darnold shows up.
Talked about at least I think that the Patriots are going to have to, bring up that extra safety in order to even have a chance to stop them. So if they keep 2 safeties deep, then I think they should be able to run the ball pretty handily. I do think that interior defensive line of the Patriots is their strength with Milton Williams and Barmore.
But Walker likes outside.
I think Zabel is going to like have like a, kind of like, obviously he's played great this year, but like a breakout kind of mainstream game of like this guy is up there with the Quentin Nelsons, with the Miners on the Broncos as like one of the elite guards in football. It's just been kind of overshadowed by, the JSN and the sexiness and the defense. Like, but their offensive line is still really good. And I think
they got Cross back at the right time. I think I'm frozen now.
Yeah, you're frozen now. All right, but yeah, no, I think Joey's in the chat right now about the Gatorade bath color. He said red. Joey, it's going to be yellow. I'll put it in the group chat too in case you're not locked in.
Yeah, let him know. Yellow from Row 26. No problem. I don't know.
But yeah, yellow Gatorade bath color. I should throw that into one more bet.
Got to. They're blacking me out. They didn't like our comments. They didn't like our comments, I guess, today. They're blacking us out.
Yeah, they got you blacked out over there. I can hear you. I just can't see you.
Damn. This is crazy. This is what happens. This is when the Alphabet Boys are getting involved, listening to our podcast. You guys got to relax over there.
No, I think it's because you didn't know Doug Williams and Black History Month. All right, he's gone. All right, Row 26. I know he's the host. He usually closes the show, but I'll shut it down. Thank you so much, Fixers, Hotz Heads, Dreamers. We love you. Have a great Super Bowl. Fucking eat all the food. Sneak away to the spread whenever you can. The spread of food, not the spread of the game. Get those snacks in. Don't focus on too much football. People talk about Super Bowl commercial, Super Bowl halftime show. Fuck that shit. Eat the food at those moments where you have the breaks, because after football season, that's when we diet to be ready for the summer. All right. Love you guys. Peace.